So we're on the second session of 29 here. We left off at verse 8, I believe. Yeah, or 8 or 9. 8. Yes, this is what the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, says. Do not let the prophets and diviners among you deceive you. Do not listen to the dreams that to the to encourage them to have. They are prophesying lies to you. In my name, I have not sent them, declares the Lord. This is what the Lord says. When 70 years are completed for Babylon, I will come to you and fulfill my gracious promise to bring you back to this place. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and do not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. I will be found by you, declares the Lord, and I will bring you back from captivity. I will gather you from all the nations and places where I banished you, declares the Lord, and bring you back to the place from which carried you into exile. Now, verse 11 is pretty famous in the Christian world. You know, we got verses that are more famous than others. You know, the whole Bible should be famous, though. However, even in the secular world, some of these Bible verses, it's famous, but they don't really believe the Bible. So we should make the whole Bible famous. That's what we are trying to do here from this side of things. Um, you may say the Lord has raised up prophets for us in Babylon, but this is what the Lord says about the king who sits on David's throne, and all the people who remain in the city, your countrymen who did not go with you into exile. Yes, this is what the Lord Almighty says. I will send the sword and famine, plagues against them, and I will make them like poor fig trees, poor figs that are so that had cannot be eaten. I will pursue them with the sword. Famine and plague will make them abhorrent in all the kingdoms of the earth, and of object of cursing and horror, of scorn and reproach among all the nations where I drive them. For they have not listened to my words, declares the Lord, words that I sent them again and again by my servants and prophets, and you exiles have not listened either, declares the Lord. What is God saying here? God is saying that you don't listen to me, I'm going to drive you away. I'm not just going to drive you away. I'm going to cause famines and plagues. And he says that a couple more times than once. Plagues, famines, curses. You see that in a lot of other nations who are poor because they have failed to pick up this Bible. They have failed to implement this in their way of style of rule in their nation. You see that all over the nation. If you look at the nations that worship idols and statues, they're the poorest. They're the poorest of everything. They have nothing. They're cursed. Did you know that? They're cursed.